And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now is 2nd and 10. And Wilson going to change things up here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. But then maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up at bit. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Broncos 10, Dolphins nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They're on 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Waddle. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Now Tua. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. They run for it. H.A. And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the 1st down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Keep it. Get 6, baby. Get 6. Let's run it up. Good.
Play action. Now it's Tua. The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catches. He's dropped at the 42. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Dolphins at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
You look at this Bronco defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Open man is Denzel Mims. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Okay, let's make some good plays today. Come on.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. A give up the middle to H.A. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's H.A. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
They'll try it now with Mostert, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in. Ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Wilson. He gets this to Alize Mack, the Notre Dame product. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And all the way home for a Bronco score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Broncos 17, Dolphins nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Tua to try again on second down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. O.J. Howard, 26 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point and good by Sanders. Cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing.
They've got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Dolphins 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Short pass to Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Able to connect with Mims. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On play action, here's Tua. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
Gain of 46 yards on the play. First down, Denver.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Tua going to change the play. Right back to A-Chain on second down.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
34-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A-Chain now up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
Tua going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Shelling through the defense.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
On the handoff, it's A-Chain. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
At the 33-yard line, a 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he goes out right around the 39. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Wilson changing the play. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
On second down, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Boy, he covered a lot of ground. 82 yards on the punt return. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
They don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has been measured revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll shift things around. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Wilson. This one caught by his tight end, Mack. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And now the rookie's free. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. Touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And quickly they get to the line. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 21. A good pickup there at 22. Take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyler Goodson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Wilson going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Broncos 35, Dolphins 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat. And now here's another interception. Off to the races. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dolphins 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. On second down, Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Better than this.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Tua to try again on second down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the...
And my goodness, another interception. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49. Dolphins 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Berrios now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. He's got them now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. And he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Riley Dixon now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On second down, Mostert. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Wilson wants to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
19 yards. First down, Broncos.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Ridiculous. Take him
Dolphins
out.
take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.